Hello there. Hi everyone. It will be helpful if we tell me if I am, if you can hear me out. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm trying to, I will try to share my StreamYard so whoever is available to join me, I will be delighted to. Mega love shout out for Pangong Jen and Deal too. Thank you for coming, 1878 Orange. Thank you for the support. Everyone, thank you so much. I cannot open my camera. I don't know. I tried using another app that will cancel other noise other than me, but it seems like the replacement of doing so is my camera is not affected. I'm so sorry, everyone, if I won't be able to turn on my camera, but I would like to just say hello to everyone. And we are on the fourth week of our loving Lulay. And please type one if you're able to hear me clearly. My previous sessions, I believe I'm having problems with my audio. However, now I can see that it seems like it's clear, but I'd like to confirm to you all. Thank you so much for everyone for coming here today. Mega love shout out Alfia Puno. Thank you so much for the support. I moved my time, supposed to be 11 in the evening, and we just wanted to have a quick chit chat of the coming event this Sunday. I believe it's the third Sunday or second Sunday of June, and we are all celebrating Father's Day on the weekend, Sunday. So for all fathers there, for all single parents who are standing as fathers, happy Father's Day. Sir Ayi, thank you so much. I need your help. How can I um how can I share the link of my stream? Because it's my first time to use live stream. The reason why I'm using live stream, hey, mega love shout out Sagittarius Angel channel. Thank you for coming as well. All of you got a blue jacket, so at least you can drop your link. And thank you so much. Copy link. Okay, which link now? I'll go to StreamYard. This is random, guys. So I'll go to StreamYard. Should I? Hello, Sir Master. Thank you so much, Sorry for coming. Wow, I'm so touched. Thank you so much. Now I'm getting nervous because everybody's watching now. Mega love shout out. GV Palado Jr., thank you for coming. IG33, thank you so much. Sagittarius Angel Channel, thank you so much. Alfie, thank you so much. 1878 Orange, thank you very much. Kanger ni Jenny Dill, too, thank you. Mega love shout out to all of you. I would like to ask, shall I put the share link Kasi if it's a share link, it's my channel. But if I'll go to Sir Aye, I need your help. Where can I get the link? Yes, first time to use like StreamYard. I often do LS, but I go straight to. Thank you so much, 1878 Oranges. Thank you for clarifying. I'm loud now. I am clear. It's my first time to use live stream from StreamYard for live stream. I often do straight. So I'll go to invite, copy link. Okay, so I'll go to StreamYard and I'll go to invite. Yeah, perfect. Okay, then. Thank you for everyone. And for those who wanted to join me, you can join me if you have StreamYard, or you can click in and then you'll automatically be directed to StreamYard. Yes, thank you so much. But still, I couldn't open my camera. So you're free to open your camera anyway. Kasi I use Crisp to cancel the noise. But then the replacement of the cancellation is my camera is not detected. Kaya yun ang pinakapalit. So for those who wants to join me or welcome. But anyhow, for as we start on, I would like to read. I'm excited because this is the first time I'll be reading the letter in a clear manner, because most of my the the the, the previous three sessions that I had, I'm having problems with the audio, but now I believe that I can actually hear myself clearly despite of the other noises. So let us start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the fourth session of Lovingly Lulay. Today's episode is about, we could say, common problems that every couple faces. But the thing is, in life, although it becomes a common problem, the interaction and how we deal with it always differ, because we're dealing with people. So since we're dealing with people, we cannot decide on the reaction of the people if we follow certain suggestions and advices. What my program would do is, for all the things that I have encountered and I have experienced from myself and from all the people around me, for those people who ask help from me, I base it from there, and I base it from what happened to them when they do the same thing as I do. But of course, whatever it is that I would be reading on the letter is as is the information that I could just base on my advice. Other things that are not mentioned here may not be included, or it may not be included on the suggestion that I I I would give. But however, it will be an interesting way for us if you could come in and join me for a discussion. For the sake of other people who will be listening outside, I have some friends who are um, from different countries, and of course, not limiting the language to English. Pwede po tayo mag-Tagalog. No worries po sa atin. So, Catch and Fry and Grill Restaurant, thank you so much. Ang usapan po natin ngayon is about the usual problem in a relationship. Pero I haven't read the letter yet. So mag-umpisa na po tayo. We'll be starting on with the letter. Mega shout out, soaring hi. At sa lahat ng bisita from I-33. Shout out, soaring hi from Sagittarius Angel Channel. Althea and Akiba, thumbs up lang. Thank you so much for the support. I've given you a jacket, Althea. Thank you so much. And Catch and Fry, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And we will be starting now as we do our number 4, Loving Lulay. It's entitled Not His Baby, and we will be learning about it. Why not his baby? So here goes. Dear Lulay, congratulations for your new segment. It is a good reliever for those who have limited means of assistance. I am married for 6 years. My boyfriend for 5 years in college is the man I married. It was an ideal wedding, close family members and friends. One of my best memories until reality kicks in. We had an interesting yet unusual marital relationship. I guess this is the thing called you will only know the real person when you both live in one roof. Days went by to weeks, months, and years. I have seen how hardworking he was. One day, it was a weekend. He was packing his things for a business meeting. Few times I've seen him answer a call after another. So I initiated of assisting him until he finished. I waved goodbye and watched him leave until I heard one of his phones ringing. Before I answered, seeing the caller's name, Baby, he rushedly asked to reach the phone. I never bothered to ask about it when he came home after 2 days. Nothing changed. 2 weeks passed. A great news came into our lives that I was pregnant. Yes, I was pregnant. Until 6 weeks, I lost it. I lost it because I found out that so-called baby is or was, I don't even know, his girlfriend. It came to my thoughts the many opportunities of him coming home late, One time, he mentioned a visiting friend. And days after, when I bumped into his so called friend, before I even mentioned, his friend gave his regards to him, as it has been months of not seeing him. I kept quiet. I pretended to forget the past. It is better than to feel the pain. Lulay, I wanted to confront him, but I just tried. I did not. He just brushed off the issue. Denied. I lost our baby because I was confronted by this woman. Yet he kept beside blaming me that I should have not fought back with the issue as it was not true. He blamed me that I stripped myself the fact that she was, in the past, the so called baby. Lulay, how can I stand for what I know that is right? I don't know anymore. I am not happy for what is happening, but I don't want to have a broken family. None from us, amongst my siblings, have broken family. Must I change myself? Is it me? I need your help, please. Loving me, not please be. It is interesting. Yes, before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge the messages from our friends on the chat box. Regular shout out for Soul. Hi, thank you for coming, Althea, and Eva, Pamela, Janelle, Jenningdale, too. Ian Wild, mega love shout outs. Hello to you. Yes, thank you so much, Sir IE33. It is interesting because um, every relationship face challenges, and by nature, people who see that relationship, they always categorize, or they always see it as one kind. They always rationalize that on the first year you're going to be sweet, the third year it'll be rough, the seventh year you'll have the 7 year itch, and those things. On my belief, it is because the society already labeled it that way. Now, what I'm heading on to is every relationship, no matter what kind, even if it's friendship, even if it's intimate relationship, it always has to be a rule of thumb for both respect and compromise. Nobody has to compromise the freedom and the preference of the other person. Because when you say it's a relationship, diba, it's two-way. It takes two to tango. You cannot say that you're having a relationship with yourself, although in times you may accept the fact that you will go on some point to do that phase kasi you need to improve yourself. But when it comes to having a relationship with someone, always, I would say that it is more of a subjective than on objective. And I often mention it on my previous live stream na hindi kasi ito yung laging sasabihin nila, kasi lalaki. Or let's say, kasi lalaki, dahil society labels it that if you're a man, it is acceptable to be polygamous. And if you're female, it is not. But however, in the lifestyle or in the phase that we are in, considering that there are LGBTQ plus community, and then there's the male and the female, equality comes that everything applies to everyone. Good evening din po, Power TV. So everyone, regardless of the gender. So what I'm heading at is, not his baby is concerned how she is able to confront the situation. I believe that the way she's written the letter, she already have an idea of what's going on. Her main problem is her fear of facing the reality. And if at some point, yun yung nagbibigay sa atin ng hindrance, or that's the one that's stopping us from making a decision. Kasi we always consider at the back of our mind, kahit hindi natin aminin, we always consider what other people would say. We always consider how other people would react. In this situation, that I believe she already have an idea, she's just asking an affirmation from me, probably, how she's able to confront the situation. Like, if I would say I've been in that situation, and it is really difficult, and I experienced it myself, and that's why I can relate to not this baby. Kasi I've been there. And it took me a while. It took me a while. It took me years to finally accept the fact that it wasn't my fault. So with not his baby's case, all of the red flags are there. Her main problem is herself, on how she'd be able to get the strength to confront the problem. Kasi the society that she lives in is ideally on a setting where walang broken family sa kanyang relative. So that's additional pressure. Kasi it's giving her discouragement to make a decision. So let's try to help out not his baby. What would you do if you're on that situation? Alam mo na. Let's say you have a friend and you know that same person is the same person who took the wallet of your other friend. Not as a joke, but because you knew that that friend who took the wallet from your other friend is in need of money. So now, ikaw yung nakakompromise. How would you react now if you know something na hindi mo magawa ng paraan, pero alam mo, 'di ba? It's a general situation kasi I could understand it's going to be different when it comes to your intimate relationship. It's going to be different kasi it's involving a lot of things. It will involve your psychological aspect, your emotional, your physical. If you're going to be wasted and used up mentally kasi hindi lang sarili mo isipin mo. You will be thinking more of the other person who will potentially hurt you, the other person who will see you do your decision, the other person na feeling mo pag nakita nilang you're going to do something wrong, you will be judged, di ba? In my situation, it took me years to gather my strength kasi you have to face reality that in doing such decision, kailangan handa ka rin sa consequence. Kasi it's just easy to say na iwan mo siya, leave him. It's easy to say leave him when you're not ready. And that is the phase that I had gone to kasi I wasn't ready that time. So it went on and on with the same situation with different women. And I could relate to not his lady kasi it is not easy until you are ready. And how would you say that you are ready is a different thing. It will be your own preference. In my case, if when I am able to tell the story, to speak about what happened to me without even crying, that means that I'm already strong enough to decide on my next move. And you have to accept na not all people can have the same threshold na after 1 month, sige, iwanan ko siya. After 2 months, sige, iwanan ko siya. It may take years. But for not his baby, and I believe that you're listening right now, because you mentioned that on my email that you will be looking forward. It's for those who are sending their letters to my email. I'm giving them notification on when I'm going to feature their letters. And I'm handing them some token of appreciation for trusting me. And rest assured that information are going to be confidential. Kasi I would like to share experiences other people can learn from. Because during this time, especially in pandemic, it's not easy to find someone to help you. It is not easy kasi everything is done online. And I would like to just try to reach out for those who really wanted to have some encouragement to do the decision making. Kasi I believe on every problem, it is always based on how strong you will be and how strong you are going to become. Kasi it's easy na you will leave, like it's easy for me to say, for not his baby, to say that you have to leave him. Kaya lang, I don't have the full understanding of her situation. But what I would say it's because I understand and I believe that he doesn't have children. Although she didn't mention on her letter that it's the first pregnancy, but I believe from the way she had written it, it's the first pregnancy. and that he had miscarriage because of the same problem. Um, she has to she has to find the strength first. Kasi after she does, everything follows because that went well for me, it worked for me. Whenever you make a decision kasi, you always have to know, is it going to be okay when I do it? Yun yung way na you will find strength. And I want to advise not his babies to find the strength and to accept the fact that she is facing a problem that she doesn't have any choice. No matter how you put it, no matter how you say it, it's going to be the same. And the more you accept the fact and the more that you tend to realize yourself na eto na, dun mo makukuha yung strength mo. Gaining strength is also related to accepting the fact that it is not about you. We always say that from the views of other people, ay nababae siya. See, hindi maasikaso yung girl. Kung babae siya kasi lost siya si girl. For our international audience, 1878 Orange and James JPJP. Yeah, what I said is, like in society, especially in the Philippines, where we have a so-called conservative um, culture, it is not always easy kasi people will always judge you. I wouldn't say misjudge because they could have their point without knowing the inner reason. But people would say she went to another woman because she's not taking care of herself. She went to another relationship because she's not serving him well. It's all because of the woman has to serve and the woman has to compromise. But that is how we all brought up in the Philippines, I believe. In the other country, it's different. That's why sometimes it takes deeper understanding of how you would step up on your decision. For Miss Not His Baby, I would give my time for you if you're going to coordinate with me, but on this live stream, for our audience as well, I highly recommend that you accept the fact that you have a problem and that if you cannot confront your husband about it, you need the strength that you will be needing because you have to defend yourself. You mentioned that you are no longer happy. It is, or you are in a better situation where you do not have kids yet because you don't have extra baggages to carry. You will be carrying your own and you will be defending your own. And at this point and at this situation, you are in a really, really, really good side of doing your of doing your decision. You are in a good side of making decisions on your own because you don't have the extra baggages to consider. Okay, you are actually in a good position. The thing that you have to prepare is yourself. Good evening, John Parker. Thank you so much for the support. You have to prepare for yourself, regardless of how your in laws would react or how your siblings would react. Always think about it. There will always be the first. Don't be trapped in the connotation that you don't have any siblings with broken family. Kasi their family is not your family. You'll be dealing on your own. They are dealing on their own. They probably have their own struggles. They just don't know how to spit it out. And now, as you are actually being brave for me to receive the email kasi you were able to share your experience. And that point is actually a good indication that you are willing to go for a change. So, Miss Not His Baby, you are on the right track to say that you are going to step out. You need my affirmation because you need to get that strength, and it is a good sign. And I actually congratulate you for stepping or doing that one step of sharing your experience. There won't be anything wrong. Kasi with me, I believed before in an ideal setting, so it was not in my vocabulary to even think about having a so-called broken family. It was not in my mind. And so the same thing that it took me years to find the courage and it took me years to find the timing, I guess. Because you would have to consider kids. And as I have said, with Monaco's baby, you are on the right track because you don't have extra baggages to think about. Madali lang. That's why I'm telling you, hindi talaga dapat na sabihin mo baka because it is not always worth it to think about the what ifs. Kasi you have to think about your own what ifs. You have to think about yourself that what if you don't do something and you are already not happy? You won't be able to grow, you won't be able to progress, you won't be able to be happy anymore or ever. Diba? Kasi sabi nga nila, happiness is a decision. Happiness is not something that is given to you. Happiness is a self decision. And for you to be happy, you are free to go for that decision. Alam mo naman na eh. And I'm sure you already know. You're just waiting for an affirmation because you're scared. You have to accept that you're scared and identifying the flaws for your own self is a step in looking for your strength. Other people would even say your weakness is your strength. Diba? Kaya for you not his baby, I would tell you that the statement that he has given that you should have not fought against the other woman, stressing out that you should have not stressed yourself for the reason kaya na miscarriage ka is a bull. Forgive me for that word, but I'm just trying to be nice on a new time like this that it's already past midnight, but it is a bull. It is an excuse. It is an excuse because your husband is guilty and that he is trying to pass on that guilt to you. And I have learned for some life coaches that I have been watching on YouTube and for some books that I have read, because for everybody's information, my primary experience is psychiatry nursing, and I worked in a psychiatry unit here in the Philippines before I went abroad. And I have seen different cases, and um, it is always what other people would say that affects our decision before we grab that opportunity. Pero in reality kasi yun ang ginagawa. But reality versus expectation, you deal with your own. I have to admit that yes, I will be for an hour. I'll have 17 minutes more. I don't want everyone to stay late. And I really appreciate the stay here. Yes. We always base our decision for other people, their opinions. Alam mo na eh, you already know, not just maybe, you already know. And you already did that one major step. You already did that one major step in identifying that there is something wrong. And for you to identify that you are not happy is a big thing. I was mentioning earlier that I've been watching life coaches on YouTube. And the reason why I watch that, despite of my experience in psychiatry, because sometimes it's not easy to apply what you have experienced on your own in your own life. It's not always easy that because the process of applying that comes after when you have accepted the fact that there's something wrong. And it is a pattern for those who are womanizing. So how do we categorize womanizing? Womanizing is just collecting women and hurting them. That's it. Womanizing is like collecting women and hurting them. Hurting them because most of these men are narcissistic. Now, if we try to identify or define narcissistic or narcissism, it is in a part of the fundamental development of our human psyche that we tend to be the center of attraction. We always get what we want because we have our ways. So lahat ng mga taong gano'n, they will always make you feel bad, and they know how to control the situation, making you feel that you're the one at fault. Ikaw yung may kasalanan, ikaw yung kulang, ikaw yung gumawa kasi ng desisyon, ikaw ang nang-iwan. So you will always have that thought kasi yun yung ipapakita sa'yo. And that is the main characteristics for these people. Kaya we all never should feel bad kung halimbawa makikita natin yun na with our siblings tayo yung parang we are the one who separated, we are the one first time in the family, I will be having the family with a broken family, mga ganong connotation. No, that is a bull because you don't know, probably your siblings are also sacrificing na ayaw din nila makapaghiwalay. Kasi nga sabi ni ganito, sabi ni ganyan, sabi ni Lola, sabi ni Lolo, diba? And yung mga, yes, I would like to highlight the comment of Malatia and Akiva. Womanizing is like a disease. It is a disease kasi it is a disease because para siyang kasi there are diseases, there are illnesses na walang cure. And mental aspect is actually a broad area where a lot of diseases come from. May iba dyan, malingering meaning nagkakaroon lang ng reasoning, and then sabihin niyan, masakit ang ulo ko kasi ganito ako kasi ganyan. So, we're always making reasons and then highlighting symptoms. Kaya gano'n yung malingering. So, going back now, yung mga babaero, yung mga lalakero, kasi I'm a woman, pero I believe the other women na lalakero din. No, regardless, kasi nga, we are in a neutral world na lahat is equal. Everybody now is joining the pageants. Everybody now are working as instructors. Everybody now are working as ganito, regardless of the gender. What I would like to say is, yun nga, regardless ng gender mo, it is something kasi na mentally affecting you kasi yun din yung source ng kanilang power. Paano nila ikaw i-reverse psychology that you will feel you are the one at fault. Kung titingnan ninyo, they all have the same pattern. Lahat ng mga ng babae o ng lalaki, ang reasoning nila ay kasi nakulang ka. Because you lack this, because you lack that, because you lack this. But in reality, hindi yun. In reality kasi, there are things na hindi rin nila makokontrol. And it is a fact na dapat din yung mga yan dumadaan din ng mga session. Now, how can we say it's womanizing? Kasi you are collecting. Iba yung category. It is different if you are from one relationship going to another relationship kasi you finished the previous relationship. Iba rin yun. Kasi we have to also give justification for those who are dating, who are going to the phase of getting to know someone. Hindi rin yun, iba yun. Womanizing is you invest on something and then when you're ready to leave that relationship or that woman or that man, you jump to another and you're scared to finish that relationship. You leave the other person hanging, doon nagkakaroon ng pain. And then the other person will feel bad while you are enjoying yourself, hopping to another relationship. Diba? I'm sorry. Pag na-nosebleed daw, gamot buto ng avocado, patay tayo dyan. Patay tayo dyan. Hi there, Jedder Cooks. Thank you for coming over. Guys, for those na gustong mag-join in, carry bells tayo ngayon. Kasi we have international guests who are listening right now. Pero, yun nga, I'm sorry I couldn't open my camera kasi I applied a noise cancellation app. Kaya lang ang naging kapalit is it's not detecting my camera. Kaya I can only do the audio, but I'll try to work it out next time. Jedder Cooks, you already have a jacket. You can join in. Guys, you're all free to drop in your link. You can ask everyone to drop in your link. It's a free time for everyone, and you can also join the discussion. You can also join me here if you want to come for a couple of minutes, because I'm going to stay for only an hour quarter, be exact, para po tayo po ay magkaroon ng konting interaction, diba? Ayan. My StreamYard is on top for those who wants to join me here. Pwede kayong mag-share ng inyong experience or experience from one of your friends para makatulong din tayo kay not his baby, diba? The only problem that I have seen from not his baby kasi, she needs the strength and she needs the affirmation and she is on the right track. Not his baby, you are on the right track. You made that big step of sharing your problem, and that is a huge consideration that you have identified the mayroong problem, and you have identified that you're not happy. Kasi guys, in life, happiness is a decision. You have that decision to choose happiness instead of compromising yourself and staying just so because other people will not judge you, diba? Yes po mga friends, kain lang po kayo dyan. Thank you so much for staying. I'll be still having fun on a weekend. May sasalubungin ata for Father's Day, charot. So yun nga, in every problem, and I have seen that not his baby is a good example of identifying na meron talagang problem siya. And I believe na hindi pa niya matanggap ngayon ang fact na si husband ay ng babae. Diba? Yes, it's TGIF. Dear Serex talaga. Kaya, yun nga. So for those people who is facing the same problem, or probably not actually the exact problem, pero yung nasa face na halimbawa, if you're in a friendship relationship, in a circle of friends, tapos meron kang friend na madalas magchismis sa iyo about your other friend, and you know that there is a problem. Ang nangyayari ngayon, ikaw yung naiipit kasi alam mo So anyway, it's another topic to deal with, but I've dealt with that one. So I'm the kind of person na you can tell me everything, pero I cannot spill it out for the other person, especially if that other person is concerned kung siya yung problem. Kasi I can only listen to you, pero I cannot be the bridge to let you make your own way. Tapos ako yung kikilos, diba? So, not his baby. Next session, siguro I will try to put some music na from YouTube para magkaroon naman tayo ng musical background. Not his baby. I encourage you to continue. You're on the right path. You have identified that there's something wrong, and you are on the good side that you don't have extra baggages to think about, maliban lang sa sarili mo. So go ahead. Kasi you know that there's already a problem. And believe me, it will never end unless you end it. Kasi in the long run, you might be blaming yourself na you might be blaming yourself na sana ginawa kong ganito, sana ginawa kong ganyan. Those kinds of people, more than 75% of them, and I kid you not, more than 75% of them, hindi na magbabago. Unless they have identified that they're doing something wrong. Kasi never in their nerves and never in their bloodstream na makikita nilang mali ang ginagawa nila. Kasi para sa kanila, they are the ones, yung mga babaero tuhan, talking about the womanizers. When we say womanizers, sila yung jumping from one relationship to the other, tapos paaasahin yung isa. When they're done with the other one, they don't have the guts to end the other relationship. They will keep the other relationship and then they go on for another relationship. Then they'll make the other person feel that because you lack of something, that's why I went to another person. Ganun yung kanilang thinking kasi narcissistic na sila. They will never admit that babaero sila na masama ang ginagawa nila o lalakero sila na masama ang ginagawa nila. Kasi even with me, I heard it firsthand. Ito ang linya. Ito yung linya. Makinig kayo, press 1. Press 1 kayo, makinig kayo. Ito ang linya. Tatandaan ninyo. Nakakainis mong pakinggan pero ngayon pinagtatawanan ko na lang. Ito yung linya. After na magkaroon siya ng ibang babae, parang si Inday Valide. Ay, Diyos ko dahil. Ang sarap ninyo manood dyan. Parang si Inday Valide. Or si Inday Garuta. Ganito lang yon, makinig kayo kasi 'di ba mga red flag. Mahirap kasi sa isang relationship yung isang tao nagkakaroon ng nagkakaroon ng um, magta-try siya invest in feelings, invest in kanyang mental sureness, invest nila yung kanilang time, effort, money, kasi they'll be thinking about buying gifts, they'll be thinking about special places where they could spend with this person. Yung isa, nag enjoy lang. 'di ba? Walang ka-effort, 'di ba? Effortless. Hindi dapat gano'n kasi give and take nga. Hindi rin puwede yung sa relationship ia-apply ninyo it's better to give than to receive. Hindi yun. Nakakatawa kayo, 'di ba? Sa relationship, it is always give and take, 'di ba? Hindi celebrity 'to. We're talking about his not his baby kasi, um, to get through to for me to read the, letter senders, you have to send it to my email. So yun may mga couple of people na nag-send ng email sa akin and I am actually pleased to entertain them and then I answer back informing them that I'm going to feature their, um, letters and and po binaba ko po yung aking email and all of the information are secured and rest assured confidential. This letter actually of Not His Baby ay email na Tagalog. Translate ko lang po. Kasi nga, there will be other people. Before, before, before I came here, I started my YouTube and most of um, my subbies I from other countries. And since I've been in the Middle East for 18 years, half nung previous subbies ko ay mga Middle Eastern na marunong mag-Arabic and marunong mag-English. So that's why. And aside from that, um, I find it easier to express myself kasi um, ang haba pag Tagalog. Mas matagal ako magsalita pag Tagalog. Although, Kiribels, pero um, Bisaya ako. I can understand Bisaya, pero it's easier for me to express myself in English rather than Tagalog. Dahil pag nag-Tagalog, minsan ang tagal. Kaya ganun, di ba? So for now, this baby, yan. I like to I like to read from the other books. Meron ding nag-ask sa akin ng love life daw namin ni Eder kasi interesting. O, di ba? So, whoever, lahat ng mga nanonood dyan, lahat ng mga nakikinig dyan, di ba? You can say na it's a story of my friend. It's a story of somebody that I know. I won't be asking kung sa inyo mismo yon kasi I prefer to read the letter as somebody that I really do not know kasi mas madaling magbigay ng advice para hindi ka maging bias. So everything that I'll be giving advice with is going to be based on the email that you'll be sending to me. Although na-mention ni not his baby important things about her profile. Actually, ako pwede kong sabihin, alam mo na his baby, hiwalayan mo siya. Kasi the thing is, ang swabe ng pagkakagawa ng kanyang panloloko. And I believe that you have to hear this, di ba? Kasi kadalasan, paligoy-liguyin mo pa eh. You'll be running around the bush, pero ganun din yung patutunguhan, di ba? Minsan mas maganda prangkahin mo na lang eh. Di ba? Not his baby. If I were you, hihiwalayan ko na lang siya. Hindi pala na lang. If I were you, hihiwalayan ko siya. Kasi there will be a better opportunity. It may not be love. It may be in a form of you'll be successful in a business, you'll be successful in further studies, you'll be successful to be yourself and to find your meaning in life. It may not be with someone else, pero I tell you, mababa pa sa 10% ang mga taong nagbabago kapag narcissistic sila. And I'm not saying that I'm already judging them. Kasi I can only advise, it will be based on you, not his baby. Kasi ikaw yung nasa sitwasyon. Baka mamaya sasabihin ko, hiwalayin mo siya, tapos may gagawin pala siyang hindi maganda. Diba? But I'm giving you an advice na you have to be wise. When you make a decision, I can advise you virtually. Pero kasi I am not going to be with you physically to help you out. Mas maganda, meron kang relative na nakakaalam. Kasi hindi mo kakayanin mag-isa ang magiging desisyon mo. Kahit na alam mo pa yung gagawin, mas maganda pa rin yung meron yung relative na matatakbuhan kasi ang laki ng kinalaman ng psychological, mentally, psychological, social, emotional aspect when it comes to relationship, especially intimate relationship because we're husband and wives. Kaya maganda talaga yung meron kong significant others na mapagsasabihan mo. Hindi kinakailangan na lagi nandyan para magbigay ng advice sa'yo. Pero for you to be able to voice out, verbalize, spill off, whatever it is that you feel, importante yun. Kasi kadalasan dyan sa mga narcissistic na yan, naghahanap sila lagi ng verbalize. Sabihin ko sa inyo, sa akin, hindi ko pala nabanggit kanina, no? Sa akin, makinig kayo, Sir IE 33, di ba? Pakinggan mo to, special mention. Hindi, kasi, um, para kasi akala ni Sir IE, hindi totoo yung, halimbawa, may mga lalaking ganun, di ba? Sabihin ko sa inyo, ako na-experience ko, sinabihan ako, ilang beses ilang beses ng, ng, ng babae. Sabi sa akin, kasal naman tayo. Pasalamat nga at kasal tayo. Kasi alam kong hindi mo ko mahihiwalayan. Pabayaan mo lang ako. Kasi kailangan ko lang pagdaanan ito. So, di ba, knowing that, it always lingers in my mind. Hearing that, di ba doon ko naisip, PI, walang, walang plano magbago. Di ba? Kasi pinangunahan ka na ng justification niya na don't worry. I am just glad that we are married because I know that it will not be easy for you to leave me. And for me to do this, just let me be because this is just a phase that I must experience. Hindi ba? Good time lang ako. Di ba? May na ba yung volume? Di ba? Parang good time lang ako. Pagkihira. Kaya nga, yun, doon ko naisip, ay hindi, walang ano to, di ba? Walang plano na magbago, pero inabot din ng ilang taon bago ko na-realize. Kasi, nung pareho na kami sa Saudi, spite of me na nag, na, Kikita kami, magkakasama kami. Nagawan pa niyang sumalisi. Doon ko naisip, it's not me pala. After all these years, it's not me. Diba? Doon ko na-confirm na, okay, fine. At least I tried my best. I tried my best na hindi pala ako ang problema. Doon ko nakita na siya pala talaga. And identifying that walang kakemi-kemi, walang ka-churba-churba, fact, iniwan ko siya. Iniwan ko siya, di ba? Walang kakemi-kemi, sa totoo lang. Kaya, yung kung halimbawa, ibang hindi pa ako sa phase na ready harapin yung ganung sitwasyon, it will be difficult for me. Pero kasi, parang I've already drawn the line na, okay, this is going to be the last draw na I'm going to give this guy the last chance. Ngayon, kapag pumalya pa siya, yun na yun. Diba? Pak na. Mm. Kaya, ayun, nalaman ko rin. Kaya, diba? Okay, according to gender truth, ikaw ba ang nang-iwan? Yes, ako. Ako ang nang-iwan. Hindi kasi when you say nang iwan, parang hindi maganda yung ibig sabihin. Pero let's rephrase that. In thoughts, yes, ako nang iwan. Pero let's rephrase that na I have finally decided na I have to end this. Kaya, imbis na ako yung nang iwan, ako yung tumakbo. Kasi wala eh. Kung wala siyang planong tapusin. And then it's not going well between me and him. Kasi I have experienced that every day before I sleep, I have to cry and ask myself, what's wrong with me? Every time I wake up and go to work, I have to cry because I cannot afford to cry in the middle of my shift to be seen by my patients. Na I'm just crying without anything. I went through that phase that I always ask myself. I keep on asking myself, kasi nga, it, he made me think that there is something wrong with me. And that is a classical sign of a narcissistic person. Womanizers who collects, and then hurts others, women or womanizer or how would you label the lalakero, diba? Um, they they have this narcissistic um, characteristic na they will always make you feel bad. Hindi nila iisipin na mali yung ginawa nila. They will never. Unlike kung halimbawa ibang tao na ibang lalaki halimbawa nag-flirting, hindi pa yun. Pero they will just collect and hurt. Kaya wala. Yun yung nagbigay sa akin ng strength na after all the things that I've done, hindi pala. So, yun yung nakapag-bring sa akin na tapusin. So, the term iniwan, hindi yun yung term. It's not that you left him, I didn't be with him, but I ended the relationship because I have identified that it has to end kasi walang patutunguhan. So, and of course, speaking of ending, mega love shoutout po sa inyong lahat. Wala po sa ating market ngayon. Next time, we'll see. For those who are new, yes, I try to to express myself in Tagalog pero kasi parang natatagalan ng style. Pero don't worry kasi pwede naman Kiribels tayo. Next session, we will have a live audio dahil magkakaroon po tayo ng music na I'm going to prepare na hindi po tayo mag-CPR kasi usually I stay for about an hour and 15 minutes for this session. And yes, to sum it up for not baby, go ka lang kasi prangkahan lang tayo, iwag mo na. Hindi pala, hindi pa lang kan. Tapusin mo na. End it. Kasi habang wala pa kayong anak, or even if you have, kasi think about the environment that it will bring up, that it can bring to your baby kung magiging healthy ba. Would it be okay to find someone na hindi mo pwedeng gawing role model para sa inyong anak? Diba? Kasi having a kid will only make you think that you're responsible as you could be for yourself and you'll be responsible for your kid. So since wala pa kayong anak, the only responsibility that you have is for yourself. And you do not have any responsibility for other people. You do not owe them any explanation kasi it is your life. And you have the right to choose your own happiness. Diba? So, tayo po mga kalulers ang mag-graceful exit na salamat po sa inyo na nag-stay po dyan. Sir Ayi 33, mega mega love shoutout. Thank you for staying with me. Jether Cooks, thank you so much sa inyong lahat. Alfie, I know that you're tired. Thank you so much for the support. Maraming maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. 1878 Orange, thank you so much for the support and I know that you're listening there. Althea and Akiva, thank you so much. Mega mega shout out for soaring eagles, mga kaagila. And of course, somebody that I didn't mention yet. Oh, si Sir, isang bago po, Sir GB Palado. Thank you, mega mega love shout out po sa inyo. And for James GPGP, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming here with me. And for Mr. John Parker, thank you so much. Mega mega love. Shout out po sa inyong lahat. Kapower TV, salamat po. Neon the Wild, thank you so much for staying. Yes, of course. For Family Jan and Bill too, thank you so much po sa inyong pagstay. Catch, Fry, and Grill Resto, thank you so much. And of course, Sagittarius Angel, thank you so much. Soaring High Proud, thank you, mega mega love shout out. Soaring High Proud. I'm browsing kasi baka mamaya meron akong hindi ma-mention sa inyo na I feel bad. And Jeddah Cooks, thank you so much for staying here. I'm really touched, Alfie, you're still here. Thank you so much. And mag-graceful exit na po tayo. I don't want to keep anyone so late today. Kaya po, mga kalulers, life is so short. Life is for living. And on Lulayafallaces, you learn nonsense to useful things that you can apply on your daily lives. Diba? Until next week, same time, on Lulayafallaces, for our number 5, lovingly, Lulay. Thank you for staying. Bye for now. Thank you so much.